And... And now we can continue onwards. Sounds like there's a lot of screaming up ahead, so it's probably not the fight. Let me have a sip of water real quick.
Of course.
Poor Graham, though. Poor guy. I guess poor all the prisoners that are being forced to attack me now. Hello. He's dead. Move out here. Okay. So it seems like Azo might be a little innocent here, but I guess we should probably... Wicks! Oh, the Wicks have escaped! That's what's going on, right? I didn't even do anything, they just blew up around me. Oh no, she died! Oh, that's really sad. Alright, we need to go up here and make sure that the Wicks are cleared out. Oh god, the door's open. Where am I at? Go ahead. Come up here. Oh, I can't. Ah! Okay, well. So yeah, this is where the Wicks came from. I don't know why they had money in there, but... There's another door here. Did I never notice this door? I never noticed this little door. Admeth Hadrit Part 2 Rebellion. We're gonna take this stuff. I know it's stealing, but... NASA Tech Poetry. Anything in here? I know that was stealing, but, you know, technically. But nobody knows. What they don't know can't hurt them, right? Should probably clear out all the flesh people, too. Here we go. I guess we'll loot them. Go. Didn't get this loot either. Terrible. Now, all the patients are down here. Do we want to... I guess... Need to make this place safe. Clear it out. Oh, they're not here anymore. That's good, then. Alright, let's make sure this guy's okay. Or, you know... What have you done? You've been experimenting on patients against their wills, mangling their souls. I've witnessed it with my own eyes. Azo's face drains of what little color it had. How could you possibly? Look, it had to be done. Ethelmore and the others, they took everything from me. Everything when I was this close. I had to know. Had to know where I had failed and why. Imagine the value if I'd succeeded. I had something that could make all those hollow infants into something like a real person. With a few more patrons and a few years of research, who knows? No one has come that close with the legacy. It's why I have to continue, why I have to risk everything here working in secret. It's why you have to lie to Ethelmore for me. Tell him you've cleared me of all suspicion. If it means a chance at stopping the legacy, then you have my silence. I'm going to expose you for what you've done. I'd rather you face judgment. We'll see. Oh, man. This is an interesting case, right? Obviously, he's done bad. He's done wrong. With Graham and probably the others in the North Ward as well. However, I mean, nothing excuses him for what he's done. But he has been manipulated by Theos. Right? It seems like that he was potentially on the right track. And that's why Theos did what he did. And so, I mean, obviously we kind of already knew Theos was involved with the Hollowborn in some capacity because he was sucking up all the souls. We don't know why he's doing that, but... maybe I'm just assuming that from past knowledge. I don't know if we've actually figured out that he's involved with the Hollowborns at all, but I just figured that, like, he's operating these machines that keep souls from returning to the wheel, which is where infants get their souls from. So, the connection's there. So this guy could have been on a track to maybe curing the Hollowborns to some degree. I don't know. Why would Theos care about that, though? He obviously did, because he stopped it from happening. And he doesn't want Animancy to be successful. He wants people to distrust Animancy. I'm going to expose you. If Ethelmore wants to, give you another chance after, I explain everything to him, that's his prerogative, but I'm not going to attack him. I'm going to expose you.
Then I can't let you get in my way either.
Okay. Okay, dude. Do you know who I am? Apparently you did not know who I was. North Ward patient record Graham. Subject a male, approximately early 30s. Power of speech absent, presumably as a result of the fragmentation of his soul. As such, he is the ideal subject for present research. However, experimentation has caused severe pain and induced panic, and I have had to enlist the aid of the guards in transporting him. Yeah, so it's the same note as before. Azo's research journal. I'm close to a breakthrough. I have found an ample source of essence now, and the vessels have responded positively to infusion with the proxy. Human trials are the next logical course.
Hey.
Sorry, buddy. Okay. Hopefully they did not get out of here. Well, the guards aren't here anymore, so that's bad. Close that. Riley's not here. Uh-oh. Hopefully they haven't gotten to the city. How many wicks did they have here? Okay, you're still here. So we're good. Patient. I'm getting out of here. It's not safe anymore. Ah! Fair enough. Yeah, that seems like a logical thing to do. Sucks that that one lady who helped us is dead. I don't even remember her name. That's how bad it is. What the blazes happened down there? You were given permission to ask questions. I had things under control until I killed the Leaden Key spy, at which point he possessed a flesh construct. It's complicated. A patient of yours, Usgrim, was working for the Leaden Key only without knowing it. Azo was being influenced by a patient, but that patient really wasn't himself at the time. There's so much to say. All of these seem like different things I could say. I think 2. It's complicated. You finish your explanation, and Ethelmore breaks his silence. I've read accounts of people in history who could do what you describe. The accounts are few and brief and never reliable. Some go as far as to suggest that they are all the same person. If truly such a person was here among us, plotting our ruin, would that I had a body again and could be of some real use in our time of need. I fear what the future may hold for this place. I am grateful you were able to dispatch the threat before there was a loss of innocent life. There was loss of innocent life. We very nearly had another scandal on our hands. You kind of still do. What of Azo? What part did his experiments play in this catastrophe? There we go. I confronted Azo, and I was forced to kill him. He groans in disgust. Such a waste. There is none more gifted working here. In time, I had hoped to rehabilitate his image. But a mind like his, so full of ideas, leaves little room for patience. I would inquire more into the matter, but in truth, you have done this institute a favor. It doesn't really feel like it. I guess kind of, yeah. Were his transgressions ever to reach the public, there would be a terrible uproar. I was blind to have trusted him a second time. His tone takes an ominous quality and reverberates all around you. I trust you will be more cautious in future inquiries.
Welcome.
Anything new? Nope. Okay. That's it for the man who waits. All right. So Theos is against animancy, it would seem. So that's something we've learned. He's against animancy, and he does have the power to go between bodies. It seems like he needs there to be either a vacant body or a weak soul. So it doesn't... I don't think we're under threat of him possessing our bodies. Hello?
Yeah.
Rather rude of you guys, I must say, but you do what you must do, I suppose. You three on this guy, you guys on this guy. Good, good. How rude. Scrawled note. Written on this scrap of parchment is a concise but detailed description of you, including your name, your distinguishing features, and everyone you're known to have associated with in your brief time in Direwood. That's not good, is it?
Hey.
Okay, so we got assassins coming after us now. Is that from the Leaden Key, or have we pissed somebody else off? Let's go talk to Lady Webb here. Tell her what we found out from the sanitarium. She's up here. All right. Hello.
How fares your search?
There's something I can tell you about the Leaden Key's operations.
Well, let's hear it.
I found Theos in Brackenbury Sanitarium impersonating a patient. He was trying to damage the public's opinion of animancy.
Forgive me. It is unlike Theos to leave witnesses. He must be furious.
Her eyebrows raise, two painted lines over barren, sloughing skin. Her forehead a lattice of wrinkles upon wrinkles. The corner of her mouth perks.
He did not aid you as you'd hoped, I take it?
He did not.
Well, take heart. With any luck, when he has finished his business, he will surely come and find you again, if only to kill you while you sleep.
Comforting.
This news of yours makes sense, of course. To dabble in animancy is to puzzle over the secrets of the gods. This would not be the Leaden Key's first action against it. But if this is connected to their other activities, we may be in for something on a much larger scale. That isn't enough to take to the Duke, but we're close. Avar Wolfgren is a cautious man. He will want to know everything possible before being moved to action.
That's all. I have questions.
Yes?
I do not. I'm sorry, I lied. I do? I don't. Okay, whatever. Addendum added, the Hermit of Hadrit House. So, we did that. So this is our other lead to Direford Village. So for the main quest, that's what we gotta go for. Battle of Yimwood Field. I think it's about time for us to pick a side in the city here so we can get our army going. And we can take care of that problem. That's Twin Elms. We could go do this. I'd want Durance with us for that. So, still got the Master below. Okay. And then Adir. Bleak Oath, find Eska. That's in Direford too. Bounties, Searing Falls. I think that's where we gotta go for the, one thing. What was it called? The Cinders of Faith? Yeah. I think that's where we have to go. This one is Elmshore. Where's the Elmshore at? And then the Blade. Let's go to the Crucible.
Hey.
The Crucible Knights. Their little fortress. And see if we have the pieces for that blade. I think we're gonna pick the dozens. I think we're gonna join the dozens. Is it the dozens or just a dozen? I don't remember. I think both of them have aspects that Klesia favors. And the main reason why we're going to choose the Dozens is because I do know I picked the Crucible Knights in my original playthrough of this game. So it'll be something new, something different. And
I'll grant you that Animancy has had its failures, Balreach among them. But does that warrant attacks on innocent practitioners? Superstitious Kith have spilled their share of blood.
That's no comparison. Animancers have the advantage of education, and with that comes authority and responsibility.
I have to say, it's wonderful to have someone to debate with. You'd think they'd be more welcoming of it at the Law College.
Or we could enjoy a glass of wine and a comfortable silence.
it's my kind of night. Comfortable silence. Few things are better than comfortable silence. If you can find somebody that you can just have a comfortable silence with, keep them. Keep them in your life. I went to the right place, right? I think I did. Yeah, okay.
Come now, it'll be fun.
No.
Even just a single...
I'm not calling Isilmir out just so you can learn he'll speak. I'll write down a few words.
We need to have a conversation with that Aloth after completing his quest. I wonder if he has new dialogue. Probably does. All right. Let's go to the smith over here.
I'm a forge man.
Wait.
We were all
Do I not have all the pieces? I guess I don't have all the pieces. Huh. Oh, man. I guess I'm gonna have to... That was who I needed to go to, wasn't it? I thought it was. I must be missing a piece then. Well, damn. Let me check the journal again. Make sure... I'm sure it said somewhere where I could get it reforged. Blade of the Endless Paths. Polished Stone Sphere. Okay, so that's like the pommel. Found the hilt. Found part of a shattered blade. Ah, I guess I don't have it. So...
Son of a moose fucker.
I beg your pardon?
Sorry. Kalu's always telling me to watch my language, especially around the kids. Guess I haven't had a reminder in a while.
What happened?
One of them heard me tell a joke about a Glamfellan youth with frostbite somewhere sensitive. Kids repeat everything.
I meant just now.
Jam my thumb. Nothing big.
Son of a moose fucker, huh? Okay. Let's go talk to the Dozens. Let's join up with them. Or do we want to go do the Cinders? I kind of want to do the Cinders thing real quick. Well, we're already going to the Copperline. We can join up with the Dozens. I'm sure we'll have a couple quests with them. So, it's not a big deal. What a peaceful night as it is out here. Hello, everybody. I could buy all of your goods if I wanted to. I'm filthy rich. Bow down before me. I can't believe I missed a piece in of that sword. We're gonna have to go through the entire Endless Path looking for it. It's gonna be a pain. We're probably gonna have to be like stealth too to find it, right? That'll be rough. Okay. Hello, Winnan. Winnan casually nods your way. His eyes continue to float from mercenary to mercenary as he speaks. What else do you need? Do you know of a place in the wilderness with colorful pools and a waterfall that rises? I know the place. Got a map locked up in one of those chests with the very spot marked on it. It's yours, 50 copper. Yeah. You'll find it in the back room, behind Sunod's shop. He hands you a key. Look on the map for Searing Falls. Fantastic place. The thermal springs alone are worth the journey. Falls are so hot, most of the water turns to steam. That's the rising you were talking about. Oh, cool. I'm looking for work.
Go see Osric. He's usually got something. You do well for him, maybe I can find you more.
Osric, alright. Well, let's go get that map first. Is it this one or this one? It's not that one. This is it then. I'll take both of them. You have gained that. Okay. Is that going? Can I look at it? This map marks areas of geological activity in the Direwood and Earglanfath. Of note is a description of a cavern where a molten rock flows within a deep chasm. Neat. Okay. I took your grappling hook too, buddy. By the way, if you need it, I'll give it back, but right now it's mine. Osric. I need to hire an adventurer. I'm looking for work. Any way I could get access to Sonel's merchandise? She only sells to friends of the dozens. Although, he sizes you up, I do have something I need done. Something that requires... He glances sidelong at an adventurer, flailing away helplessly at a dummy. Competence. What do you need done?
I was formerly one of the Knights of the Crucible. When I left, they kept my arms in armor. The arms they can have, but the armor belonged to my family. I'd like it back.
Why don't you just go ask for it back?
No. Oh, they'd like that, I'm sure. But I won't be going. Sooner be torn apart by dogs than give them the satisfaction.
Doesn't sound like leaving the Crucible Knights was your choice.
You don't choose to leave knighthood. The Crucible Knights, they may not be a real knighthood, but the oaths you swear are just as true. Still, turns out that even unofficial knighthoods have politics. You cross the wrong man, suddenly all kinds of accusations are thrown your way, and nobody believes you.
Nothing more destructive than a crowd with the wrong idea. What's this armor?
It's a breastplate. Not much to look at, and it's seen far too much use, but it's been in my family since the liberation.
I'll see what I can do. Yeah, seems like a noble goal.
Then it's Penhelm you're looking for. A low snake of a man. If he was to die choking on his own black tongue, it'd be too kind of fate. He kept it when he had me kicked out.
He leans in closer. I got word from a reliable source that Penhelm visited a forger in Andra's gift, right after having his soul lineage read by a cipher in Dunwood Row. Should you have it in your heart to find a way to ruin his life while you're there, well, drink's on me. Having his soul lineage read?
It's a requirement to join the Knights. They have to ensure a novitiate doesn't have a subversive lineage. If Penhelm's superiors found out his affidavit was a fake, his career would be over. Every novitiate gets an affidavit from Dunreed Row, and those are stored at Crucible Keep. If you find Penhelm's, one of those ciphers could tell you if it's real.
Zagani scratches the back of her neck. If generations of Masuk's traditions are any indication, this Penhelm probably doesn't remember it. Still, a past like that has to count for something. I'm looking for work.
You want an expedition? Talk to Wenin. I just handle these mercenary shit shovelers. Adventurers, I mean.
Wenin clears his throat in the background, and Osric's mouth puckers. Alright. Do I have to do this first before I can get an expedition then?
Go see Osric. He's usually got something. You do well for him, maybe I can find you more.
Osric sent me to you. I was looking for an expedition. I have expeditions, but they're not for just anyone. We dozens help those of like mind and deed. How about you give Osric a hand first? Show us where you stand. I'm not going anywhere. Okay. Seems like a simple enough thing to do. We'll go over, talk to Penhelm, and he should give us the armor if he's an honorable knight. And if he doesn't, then we'll kick his ass and take it from him. Or, ruin his life. One or the other. He can choose. I think...
You seem preoccupied
Hey.
with details, Alaf. Almost consumed by them, I'd say.
Once you've seen a colleague misuse Archimere's capricious hex, you learn an appreciation for details.
This sounds like wizard talk, so I'll just take your word for it.
What I was going to say before they started talking was that I do feel like Classia probably favors the dozens more, right? The little people. Like, she doesn't approve of their methods most that she's heard of, and that she witnessed with the Crucible Knight quest, but she doesn't really like this idea that about the lineage stuff and everything, and only certain people can even be knights. Everybody should have the opportunity to become a knight if they show the proper, attributes. And here we go. Back in here. All right. Is he over here? I think I remember seeing him. Stealing. Everything's stealing. There he is, Pinhelm. Hello.
Good day to you.
Pinhelm nods his meticulously groomed head. What brings you back to the keep? Does the name Osric sound familiar? He sniffs. If you've got any self-respect, you won't associate with him. Or with any of his new friends at the expedition hall, for that matter. Scamps and delinquents, the lot of them. What's the story between you two? Osric has always held some controversial opinions, but they went overlooked for the longest time because his family has such an extensive history of service in the Crucible Knights. He frowns and crosses his arms. He finally went too far. He had the gall to suggest that we had strayed too far from our roots, that some of our officers were beginning to resemble a dear nobility. He rubs a spot on his bracers with his silk handkerchief. He would have us all wear rough spun and fight with forge hammers. I merely reported his statements. I don't see the problem. He sputters. People change. Organizations change. The Crucible Knights began as a militia of blacksmiths, but Dunstans, one of the only officers who can wield a hammer these days, were professional soldiers. Isn't that who you want defending a city? Besides, a novitiate has no business maligning his superiors. How leaders handle subordinates How leaders handle the subordinates' defiance says a great deal about their ability to lead, don't you think? Pelagina says with a wry smile. He says your affidavit is a forgery. Is that his breastplate you're wearing? It was. He looks down and admires it. It's become property of the Crucible Knights when he was discharged. Now it's mine. And it's not for sale, if that's what you're wondering. Not every day you find armor that was used in the rebellion. Okay, that's not right. He says your papers are forged. Just what would he know about that? It's perfectly convenient for him to cast aspersions, but with his pedigree in the Knights, he folds his arms. He blinks at you. It's a lie, of course. It should be perfectly obvious to someone as logical as you. Enough. Farewell. Okay. Well, let's take a look at his papers. Curran, a cipher duly appointed and employed by Dunred Rowe, does hereby certify that novitiate A.M. Pinhelm has been found to have a soul free of any subversive influences or tainted essence. The scroll is stamped with a seal of the seal of Dunwood Row, and signed by both Pinhelm and Curran. Alright. Don't mind me, buddy. I'm just investigating for a friend. Where am I going? Do I have to go to Dunwood Row? Yeah, to Curran. Okay. He is in Dunwood Row, right? Hadra House, right. I must admit, this quest here seems a bit mundane after coming back from the White March. But I guess it's a nice little breather for the group. Brackenbury. A lot of loading screens here. Okay. Hadra House. I was reading that tip there about having the metagame showing in the conversation, so things like this skill takes resolve and stuff. I was wondering, how do you guys feel about that? Do you guys ever turn that off? It does definitely influence my choices, but I also think it allows me to pick the choice that that my character would take, given their traits. I don't know. I just assumed this guy was up here. I didn't actually look. He's not up here. Damn it. At least not in that room. He could be over here, I suppose. Might as well check, just to be safe. All this stuff in here. I wish I was a thief. I don't know how I'd steal some of this stuff, but... Okay, yeah, he's not in here. Unless that's him? No. It might be the guy we've talked to before. We did talk to somebody in here before we got access to Lady Webb, I think. And yeah, I think he had a name. There he is.
Hail, traveler.
Hello again, my mysterious friend. Show him Pinhelm's affidavit. I don't know why I can't... whatever. Affidavit? Something like that. Is this real? It's signed by you. He holds the page, but seems to stare through the words, as if something woven in the fabric of the paper. Curran bares his pointed teeth. I remember Pinhelm. A preening peacock of a man, his mouth dry and his hands moist, when I told him he was a sole descendant of an Adherent general, one who'd fought against Hadrit's rebellion. He scans the affidavit. A forgery, and not the first I've seen. He hands it back to you, but I've no time for the knights and their obsessions. Bring this to his commander, Cliver, and show him the seal. He points to the wax stamped by his forged signature. If he compares it with another, he should be able to spot the difference. Aloth's gaze flickers to you. Doom a man for the soul the gods gave him? Seems rather unfair. That's not why we're dooming him. We're dooming him because he's being an asshole to somebody, keeping his family's armor from him because he disagreed with an order. So, like, I understand where you're coming from, Aloth, but you know, we'll go to him first. Say, hey, we know it's a forgery. We're going to tell your commander. Oh, Pinhelm's face is white. Just talked to that little cipher, did you? One of my novitiates told me he'd seen someone in the records room. He takes a slow step toward you, extending his hand. Give me the affidavit. I've done nothing to you. His other hand comes to rest next to his sword. What does this mean to you? Your superiors deserve to know the truth. Cheer up. You always thought you were someone special. Soon everyone will know you are. Don't worry. I'm sure the knights will let you stay to scrub the latrines. Give him the... You're right. Take it. What does this mean to you? Are you serious? This is my career. I've labored years for it. And it all hangs on some coincidence of a past life. Any Deerwooden, rich or poor, can aspire to a position in the Crucible Knights. Anyone can rise to the rank of High Justice, except for those of us born with the wrong soul. Tell me how that's reasonable. It's not. I don't like any of these options. Why can't I say, hey, give me the armor, I give you the... I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't know if giving him the forgery will lead to him giving me the armor. I would hope it would, but I don't know. Your superiors deserve to know the truth. I don't think Klesia agrees, right? Like, it shouldn't be based off your soul. Not that this guy really deserves to be a knight anyway. He seems like a jerk. But I don't know the last time we saved, but we're gonna do this anyway. We're gonna give him the papers, and I'm gonna pray that he gives me the armor. Okay, good. Whew. He grabs it from you with a trembling hand. You have no idea what this means to me. He swallows. Thank you for seeing reason. Now do the same for Osric. Return his family breastplate. He hesitates, clutching the affidavit. I'm certainly grateful to you, but Osric earned his punishment, and then sent you to take his anger out on me. Why should I do anything for him? He didn't... No, he just wants the damn armor, man. Consider it favor to me. Are you so stuck in the past that you need to wear his armor? Osric's family history is important to him. After the way I've helped you, you're going to begrudge him this? His armor is important to him. His family is important to him. And he needs to get over it. You can see where being stuck in the past has gotten him. Anyway, I must report back. Thank you again. What? No. Well, no. No, I would attack him. We're going to autosave. Where is this at? Is this when we came out, or is this after the conversation? I don't usually save scum, but I don't like this conversation. How it's playing out. Like, I don't like that it just ends. I just let him walk away. Like, no. That's not how this works. Okay, good. Give it to him. Now return his family breastplate. I guess... Are you so stuck in the past that you need to wear his armor? After the way I've helped you, you're going to begrudge him this? Osric's on his own. He's the one who tried to have me ruined. Take this instead, for yourself. What did he give me? 200 copper? What a little... I'm about to just kill him. I know this is a lot of saves coming, but... Yeah. We gotta see if there's a way to do it. Like, I think she'd say any 4 of those last options. So we're gonna exhaust them and see if he will do it. I mean, we're gonna go with the favor thing. Do it as a favor for me. Right? If he doesn't do that one, then come on, man. Consider it a favor to me. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this. Usually I don't save scum, so I don't really notice like the illusion of choice, but man, none of these options matter. Well, I guess one of them is like you don't get anything, and the others you get 200 copper. That's like... Are you so stuck in the past that you need to wear his armor? He looks down at the breastplate. I hadn't thought of it that way. He pulls it off and hands it to you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope this gives him some peace, and perhaps a reason to move on. He gives you a nod and leaves. That was not so hard. Good.
All right, then.
I'm glad there was a way to do it. I don't usually save scum, but I felt like giving him the papers was the only real option that Klezia would take in that situation, and having him leave by giving me the breastplate was also the only real option she would take in that situation. Like, she wouldn't just let him leave. Like, no, that armor doesn't belong to you. It's not yours. You're stealing it. Like, I don't know, maybe there's like some rule in the Crucible Knights where like the armor is ours now. It belongs to the, I don't know. We got it though.
What is it like not to see your children for so long? I imagine it must be difficult.
Even in Masuk, I'm on the hunt more than at home. But 5 years, it's been a strain.
Then to your good fortune. Ado Vidorio. May you see them all again soon.
Indeed. Alright. We've got the breastplate. Looking forward to seeing what the expeditions are like. Could be fun. I'm assuming they're going to send us out of the city too, which will be nice. Alright, Osric, we have your armor. Is this the armor you wanted? Osric wavers a moment in disbelief. He looks at you, then back at the breastplate. He reaches for it slowly, as if expecting it to disappear before he can touch it. How did you manage this? Penhelm listened to reason. Osric shakes his head. I've never known Penhelm to listen to reason, even from someone as persuasive as you. But you recovered it just the same. Here. He reaches into his pocket. I think you'll find it more than fair. When you get the chance, stop by Sonald's shop, on the other side of the hall. She sells some of the best gear in the city, and I'll see that she opens her inventory to you. What is this armor to you anyway? Osric looks around. He gave us 2,000 copper. Freaking Penhelm. Trying to appear casual. It's nothing really. Just a keepsake. He tries to look you in the eye, but when he does, he appears to reconsider. He sighs. It commemorates the Order of Magrin, highest order of valor, awarded to the dead, never the living. Us Deerwoodens, real Deerwoodens. We don't have nobility or birthrights, unless you're some copper fucker from Adir. All we got's the honor we bring to our family name. The Order of Magrin is, well, they don't give it out too much. Not often you see a member of the dozens whose revolutionary ties are as good as they say they are. So this, he pauses, considering the wreathed metal, or the weathered metal, a pale image of its former self, but still catching the light, is something to live up to. Got business with me. Got any more work?
You want an expedition? Talk to Wenham. I just handle these.
Alright, awesome. Let's go see what kind of stuff she's got in her shop. Probably nothing we really need at this stage, but
Gods keep you.
I want to see. So the wilds haven't claimed you yet. She smiles. Good to see you again. Show me your wares. A bunch of exceptional stuff. Ooh. Dandy hat. +2 resolve, -1 intellect. Bracelets all-consuming rage. That's actually really good. I'll buy that. Snurf's folly. I'll buy that too. Bile stompers. Minor fetid caress and +5 damage reduction. I'll buy it. Why not? We'll buy them. Don't know if we're going to use any of them, but +5 will, +9 reflex, and summon noble creature. Munakra Aret, Whisper of Treason, +12 will. Charmed for 10 seconds. Interesting. Sure, why not? And Berserker's Belt. I guess we'll get that from Beneha, if she ever wants it. There we go. Thank you for your business. Bought everything of use from you. Alright, let's see about these expeditions. I'm looking for work.
I do have something, if you don't mind stepping on the toes of the Crucible Knights. Come to think of it, the Dominels won't be too pleased either. They've never liked seeing someone with nicer things than them.
Alright, where do I begin?
Some of my other expeditions have come back with a rumor about a place called Lea Remen up near Stormwall Gorge. It's supposed to hold some of the greatest weapons those Engwithan bastards ever made, and we've got need of them.
He gives you an appraising stare. You're cozy with the knights. You must have heard some rumors of these soul-bound monstrosities they're building. I don't know about you, but I don't trust that gasbag Cliver with something like that. Us sensible kith need to be ready to protect ourselves, and the city. If there's anything that can stand a chance against this madness, it's weapons made by the Engwithans themselves. They made the same kind of abominations in their time. They'd know how to kill them. I've sent the Giant Slayers after the weapons, but they haven't had much luck so far. They're better fighters than treasure hunters. Meet up with them at Wooden Plains, and see how far they've gotten. If you can get those weapons, I'll see you get your cut. To stand up to the knights, you're willing to risk provoking the Glenfathans? Postanago, what are you thinking? Farewell. We're gonna stand up against the Glenfathans, I guess. Both sides have their flaws. I guess I'll be able to determine whose flaws are worse by the end of this, but the Crucible Knights weren't so bad, I mean, really. I didn't think. As far as I can remember. I actually don't remember much past where we're at in terms of their quest line. So maybe they are bad.
I wonder, Aloth, don't you ever feel curious about Isilmir's history?
Not even a little.
But think of the opportunities. You could learn fast.
There are some things I'm happy not knowing.
Happy not knowing, huh? We saw the Woodland Trails bonus. Alright, let's see where we can go now. So we got the wooden, what was it? Wooden something. Wooden Plains. There's Searing Falls, so it's down there. Okay. Direford Village. We're going to go pick up Durance, and we're going to go through the Wooden Plains into the Searing Falls. That's the plan. That is the plan. I'm also going to talk to Aloth once this loads in, so I don't forget that.
I must say, I'm impressed.
What do we got here? An Adherent Dignitary. I guess we need to do this too. Yeah. Aloth.
How may I help?
I may be of service. About your parents. So, now do you understand a little more about Isilmir? Or why did you want to take Belisage's notes? About your parents. He looks at you, cautiously. Yes? Why was your mother gone so often? She was invited to join a Hemnig, where they landed Thane when I was very young. His estate was a 5-day ride from our home in the Sithwood, so that was part of it. He gives you the smallest of frowns. The real issue, however, was my father. Despite his initial agreement with the arrangement, father was never happy with it. He would hound and harangue my mother when she was home. He wanted to know whether she was intimate with the Thane, and no matter how many times she swore she wasn't, it was never enough. As you can imagine, that led to her coming home much less often, even though she still supported us financially. I'm sure she was trying to take care of you in her own way. She shouldn't have abandoned you like that. Sounds like your father had a problem with his temper. What's a Hemnig? A ceremonial marriage between folk and elf. Because the Adir mainland has historically been split between these two races, we have many institutions that are designed to normalize relations. Our monarchy is headed by folk, but an elven consort rules alongside the reigning Fairkonig or Mequin. This is the most prominent example of Hemnig. In many cases, a Hemnig allows two households to pool resources. Among the aristocracy, Hemnigs consolidate power. Sometimes, as in my mother's case, a Hemnig is a means for a noble to add another administrator to his or her household. Consorts are received with almost the same level of respect as their noble counterparts, which can be extremely useful. Of course, Hemnigs are sometimes used to sanitize an extramarital affair. He shrugs. I don't know that it's really any better, but it seems to satisfy common notions of decency. And elf and folk unions are sterile, which no doubt eases some concerns. It sounds like your father had a problem with his temper. He had a problem with my mother's Hemnig, even though they agreed upon it long ago, that the financial benefits would be considerable, that it was little different from his role as the Earl's steward. It ate at him, and so he drank and raged. When she was home, he raged at her, and when she wasn't, he raged at me. More than anything, he wanted me to become an arcane knight in the service of his Earl. I think he felt this would validate his chosen career and master. He was a firm man, as you saw, but in the end, I became a successful wizard, due in no small part to his strictness. Nonsense. You accomplished that on your own, and you would have been fine without him pushing you. Are you so certain? I didn't know what I wanted from my life then. I surely wouldn't have been so focused without a little direction. That's true. Still, there are ways to do it that could have been different. That's all I really wanted to know. He looks relieved. Very well. So, now you understand a little more about Isselmere. He wrinkles his nose. No thanks to that animancer. My spleen? Black bile? Come on. Belisage's methods were flawed, but you still learned something, didn't you? People like her shouldn't be allowed to practice animancy. Yeah, you still learned something, didn't you? Only because you and I have a lick of good sense between us. But the average person? Show them a shiny gadget in the hands of an expert, and they'll believe anything. Not necessarily. Most people have more sense than that. That's true. People are too easily led. Perhaps. Animancy has its uses, but it's hard to say whether those outweigh the dangers. I don't know. I think you'd be more pleasant without your spleen. It's hard to say whether the benefits outweigh the dangers. It's too decentralized. There's no one to keep the practice in check, no uniform principles or guidelines. Putting that much power in the hands of a single authority is no better. Yes, you need someone in charge to regulate the practice. It does need some regulation. It doesn't necessarily need to be like one person or even one organization in charge, but it does need some regulation. Quite so. Practitioners won't do it on their own. Why did you want to take her notes? He gives you a sidelong glance. Like I said, I didn't appreciate her prying. That's all. Okay.
Hey.
Let's get Durance. Let's go ahead and do it now. Who do we sacrifice for that? Pelagina has the most experience out of these three, so I'll get rid of her and bring Durance in. Durance will have a few levels to go through, as he is only level 7, so he should have a lot of levels. Hopefully he'll have a lot of levels to go through. Now, Durance here, you know what? We're going to start putting points in stealth for you. Alright, we already know all these spells, so we don't really need to worry about that. Next level. The Faith of a Magma Sword, and yeah, he doesn't use either of those, so he doesn't really need that. Aggrandizing Radiance does less healing, but increases all those stats. Let's get that one. And then next up, you get Spell Mastery here. So let's get something different than what Klesia has. Let's get Armor of Faith, sure. Gets all those spells. Point into that. And let's go ahead. I guess we'll get you interdiction. It's a good interdiction. It's a good one. Another point in that. Spell mastery. We're gonna get consecrated ground for you. Nothing there. Okay. Let's get empowered interdiction. Interdiction. Or painful interdiction. Let's get painful interdiction. Another point there. Another thing here. I do like that. Let's get Pillar of Faith. Another stealth. There you go. Powered interdiction. There you go. Holy crap, he's at level 15. Man, doing all those quests really came in handy, huh? It'd be crazy if he's at level 16. Spell mastery here. Shining Beacon's a good one. It's a good one. Imparts to allies the fervor of righteousness in battle. When any ally in an area of effect delivers a killing blow, here you go. Let's get that one. Sounds fun. Level 15. Nice, Durance. Alright. Equipment. Should have some good stuff for you in here. Now, obviously, you have that, your quarterstaff. It's probably going to be what you want to keep, if I had to guess. Flail, Morningstar. Wasn't there something else I wanted to potentially give him? We like the cudgel. St. Wigilt's cudgel. Oh, I have this I could try and give him. It can go on a priest. Ooh, look at the accuracy bonus. Oh my god. Okay. Bind it. Shadow Ooze. Yep. Causes the blinded affliction 13 times with Night Shroud to unlock the next level. Cool. And I guess you can have a shield too with that. Or we can have him dual wield. Ooh. Dude, I don't think we want him to dual wield. Let's give him a shield. Secondary tank sort of character. Does he need one? Can you have like a pistol? Can you dual wield a pistol with it? No, that would be cool though. That would be really cool. We could just give him a more this mace here. Maybe not this one, but a mace. That's a flail, actually. Does make your other weapon do less accuracy, though. Or we could just give you a shield. Well, that actually lowers your accuracy a lot. Could just have him with one-handed weapon. Yeah. We both do that. Yeah, that one lowers your accuracy less. This one's still better. Big mace and a flail. That could be fun. Whispers of Yenwood, though. Maybe give him that. Is that better for you? Which one does more damage? That does more damage. Let's go with that. Alright, armor-wise. You've got this. Let's do some good constitution. And his damage reduction, too. Or we can give you this. Which is better. So this is better. I mean, obviously this has been enchanted a little bit. Let's put that on you. Probably want you to have some armor, though, for being honest. Could give him this. Yeah, actually looks really cool like that. I like this armor. Maybe I'll keep him with that. Yeah, let's keep him with that. Alright. For this, reflex and healing bonus. Mind Lance. Kind of like that. Let's give him this. Why not? Executioner's Hood. Could be interesting. Tempered Helm. What do you currently have? Pilgrim of Lasting Vigil, Resolve, and Perception. That's probably just keep that one. Minor Spellbound, Restore Light Endurance. It's probably not very useful anymore, to be honest. We have this stuff too. Let's give him this. Might and Constitution. Resolve and Constitution. That's good for you, actually. That versus Sturdy. What does this do? What does it do? I don't know. We'll never know. What other boots do we have? By type. Boots. There we go. Heavy damage proof. That's not bad. Speed. Reflex bonus. We're gonna use this one. Sure. We do need a belt for you. And what does this ring do? Might have a better ring for you too. So belts. Might just have maybe Juggernaut. Yeah, let's get that. Sounds fun. There you go. And for the rings. The rings we got. The ring you got is fine. Okay, good. Yeah. Yep, that's good. Alright, Durance is all set up. Perfect.
Hey.
Alright, let's go move up in here, and we do need to change the formation around. Have you guys switch places? There you go. And Durance, we also need to have you switch weapons. Oh no, you don't. You just can see the staff on the back.
Hey.
That's cool looking, actually. I like that.